Hello everybody, we are back on the road again, and this time our epic adventure takes us up to Zululand. So we are going to be heading up to Somkhanda Nature Reserve. So yes, this trip is bound to be cool. Stay posted and enjoy the adventures that are coming up. So upon arrival off the Candover Road up in Zululand, located quite near Jazini, Lake Jazini, you'll hit the dirt road, the Candover Road. It's in pretty decent condition, no problem with that at the moment. Sometimes it gets a little bit corrugated, but right now it's pretty decent. And you'll follow your nose and get to the entrance, a kind of nondescript entrance, but with a nice big sign up on the main road. So we have just arrived at Somkhanda. It is 2 o'clock in the afternoon and it is but warm. It is about 40 degrees according to the car. And I'll believe it because it's warm out there. It's looking nice and green this time of year. They've had a bit of rain at last, so yeah, it's looking pretty nice out there. And looking forward to getting to camp, setting up and jumping in the swimming pool and going for a drive later on this afternoon when things cool down. But yep, let's see what Somkhanda has in store for us. You will be met by a security guard who will sign you in, write down your details, and then you will make your way down the dirt road all the way to the main camp. Okay, so here we have 2 sour plums, and the kids are going to demonstrate how nice they taste.
Okay. Go.
Can we sit together?
Okay. 3, 2, 1.
That nice, boy?
It's bitter! Oh, it's sour, man. It's bitter. Oh, that's sour. It's incredible.
There'll be a split off and you will head down to the front desk or the reception where you'll be warmly greeted, and they'll fill you in on the details of your booking. Now at the reception and the front desk area, you have a small a restaurant type vibe, backpacker style vibe, inside, beautiful couches, chairs, books, etc, etc. You can sit on the veranda, you can sit inside. It's really neat, a good place to escape the heat. And then you've got a swimming pool there as well, and you have an upstairs what they call a game viewing area, which looks down over the swimming pool and down over the dam. Currently the dam is dry, but often it's got a lot of water in there, and it's a great game viewing spot. A lot of animals come down there to drink. So there is a small restaurant with quite a detailed menu there with fabulous meals.
I'm Notula. Welcome to Somkhanda Safari family. Hope you enjoy staying with us.
And we just actually had the toasted sandwiches, but they were absolutely fantastic. And you can order yourself some drinks, you can order firewood, and you can order ice, buy ice here as well. So yeah, that's great. There's limited Wi-Fi at the reception as well. Up around the back from reception, you can get there by walking from the reception area, or you can drive around if you've got your kit to the lodge at the top, what they call the lodge. Within each building there's a main area in the middle, which is kind of more a family unit, which has got a big sort of queen king size bed in there, and then upstairs with 2 single beds, and then a big bathroom with a shower, bathtub, etc, etc. Really nicely well appointed. In the main family unit, there's a fan up top, but no aircon. But in the 2 side rooms off the main building, which each have 2 single beds and an ensuite bathroom, there is air conditioning in there, so that's fabulous. Now there's 2 sets of those, and then there's a communal swimming pool, and then there's 2 braai areas, barbecue areas, and then a communal kitchen. Now in this communal kitchen, it's very well appointed. It's got microwave oven, small oven, 2-plate stove, gas stove, an inside braai, 2 fridges, a deep freeze, a chest deep freeze, and then all your cutlery and crockery requirements are in there. There's a couple of fans in there as well to keep things cool. So this is a communal kitchen, and you would, if there were different groups utilizing the lodge, the different buildings, they would all be using the swimming pool and the kitchen together. There's very limited cell phone signal up top. I'm on Vodacom, and I picked up Vodacom here and there, so yeah, it works, but don't expect too much. Just along the path or a walkway from the lodge, or there's a little road that pops around the back, we've got the tents that they advertised. Now this is quite a big complex of tents here. We've got about 16 tents along this row here, about another 6 at the back there, and then scattered about under the trees in the bush down here, down the bank. There's sort of bigger tents, but more scenic, and a series of ablutions, 4 sets of showers, 4 sets of toilets down there, a big facility up behind here, obviously for like school groups or bigger parties, and then another little campsite here with its own set of ablutions, shower and toilet. Each of these tents, nothing's set up at this stage, really. It's obviously been very quiet here, but there's 2 beds and a light point and a little table inside there, so there's electricity in all of these units, as well as for the sort of scattered tents in the bush down here. 2 beds, table, chairs, little veranda. So I think it has the potential to actually be quite nice, and pretty good place to come up if you had a group of people to come and stay. I'm sure they would clean it up before you come in. Doesn't look like there's been people here for a while. The ablution facilities they're okay. I think they just need to be cleaned up and sorted out, and it would be absolutely fine. But it's pretty neat. So it's within walking distance again down to the reception area where there is the swimming pool. It's pretty cool. I think a lot of bird life in here, a lot of wildlife in the camp area. Now the camp area and the lodge is fenced. It's got a 3 or 4 strand electric fence around it, more designed to keep out elephant, buffalo and rhino and lion, but there's a bunch of other game running around inside here. I've seen Inyala, we've seen impala, I've seen bush pig tracks, there's warthogs, so yeah, there's a little bit of life in camp, which is great.
So Somkhanda's been so nice. It's so much fun. There's 2 pools here, 1 at reception, 1 here, and there's a boma, lots of sand, and it's so nice. There's a kitchen here. The thing is, you have to keep all the doors and windows closed because of monkeys, but it's really, really hot here.
Then when you make your way out on the reserve on the game drive roads, and you head down around the reserve and self-drive yourself around on roads, some of them are good, some of them are a little bit wilder than normal, quite rocky, some of them requiring 4x4. It's a great adventure, it's good fun out there, but they have put up 3 wild camp sites out on the reserve. Now the reserve is 12,000 hectares, and you can't traverse the entire property on the sort of tourist side of things. They have a wilderness area at the back, a game area, where there's no access to that area with no entry signs. But for the best part, there's a good network of roads to utilize. They have maps in the main camp and down at the reception for you to use, but the Gaia GPS app has a lot of those routes marked on it. So if you have Gaia, click into Gaia and have a squiz around, and you'll see, follow your nose with that. But they have 3 wild campsites. The original campsite that was set up here is a camp called Scotia, named after the Scotia brachypetala tree, the weeping boer bean. There's a big one in the center of camp. It's down in an old sort of draw system located quite close to what they call Bass Dam, which in the drier times is one of the sort of last watered areas on the reserve, and pulls a lot of game there. We see lion and elephant there, as well as Nyala and Impala, and you see the buffalo activities a lot in that area. Scotia is okay. It's a decent camp. Campsites are not so level anymore. It's obviously been around for a while, so it's eroded away a bit. There's a basic sort of fire pit area. There's some ablution facilities with a couple of showers and some toilets. It's okay. I don't know if I'd rush to go and stay there myself, but yeah, it's good fun. It's wild. That's the main thing. There's no fence. So any of these campsites that I'm talking about now, these 3 wild campsites, which is Scotia, there's Tamboti and Marula, are unfenced and open to the elements of elephants, lions, leopards, buffalo, rhino. So you're on your own out there. So you've got to be cognizant of the fact that you are in a Big 5 area.
Get it. Oh. There, quickly. Get it. What? You're so close. We just turned around the corner to look at the little water hole here. It's a kind of big one, and then we just turned around and we saw this lying in the bush. And then there were Nyala down by the water hole, and then she was standing up thinking about it, and then she went down. Standing up, and then she went for it. But the thing is, she missed it, but she was so close. It's really exciting.
The second one is a bit further up the valley from Scotia, and it's called Marula. It's effectively located by an old education site that was used for training purposes. Some derelict buildings there, but some nice open lawns, and quite close to sort of an open area, open fields opposite it, which obviously attract your grazers like the buffalo. Some good game viewing in that area. Again, very basic, and not my choice of area out of the 3, just due to the old derelict buildings, but gives you good game viewing in the spot there. So yeah, that's Marula. Then the third, and to me the nicest of all of them, is Tamboti, which is situated much further down the valley. This is a magnificent campsite. It's down along a river system, obviously in the Tamboti thicket. You see all the tall Tamboti trees behind us.
Tamboti trees, but please do not use the tamboti as firewood.
But it's a really nice campsite, filled with a lot of shade, a lot of level sites as well. You have a little kitchenette area with a basin with running water, and then like a little storeroom area next to it, a read-off storeroom, and then a couple of demarcated paths down to 2 really nice toilets here. With a view, loos with a view, and then 2 showers of hot water with a gas geyser as well. But it's a really nice, spacious campsite here. A lot of bird life in here. There's rhino tracks coming past. Obviously you'll hear leopard down here in the evening, remembering that these campsites are unfenced campsites, so you could have lion, you could have elephant, rhino, buffalo, hyena, all of the above coming through here. So this is a really neat campsite. I like this one, and we're definitely going to come and give this a go when it's not so hot. In summer, the heat is pretty unbearable down here, and there's no swimming pool for kids. So yeah, this will be a sort of autumn, winter, spring type deal. And obviously, if you are camping with kids, some helmet strikes here, that's lovely. If you are camping with kids or youngsters, just remember that these campsites are unfenced. So, you know, try and keep them within the confines of the camp, and then after dark, just keep an eye on things a little bit. So obviously, any of these spots are wild camping spots, so you've got to be totally self-sufficient. There's no electricity and very limited signal down there, especially. So yeah, so those are the 3 wild campsites. But overall, our stay at Somkhanda has been lovely. It's been very quiet. There hasn't been anybody else here while we've been here, unfortunately. Well, fortunately for us, but for the reserve, I think it's a great place to come and visit. It's one of the few places in KwaZulu-Natal that you can actually wild camp amongst lion and elephant and sort of be up to your own devices there. You need a decent vehicle to drive around these roads. The bush is very thick, so game viewing is not easy. But you have the opportunity, like we have, to see. We've seen black rhino, we've seen elephant, we've seen lion, giraffe, zebra, wildebeest, impala, nyala, and warthog. So yeah, we've seen a bunch of game in the last few days. Come here with an open mind with game viewing. However, the birding is fantastic. A lot of great birds, pink-throated twin spot, gorgeous bush shrike. We had giant eagle or Veru's eagle owl, nightjars, variety of nightjars. So yeah, there's just a lot of cool stuff in here as well from a birding perspective. So get yourself up to Somkhanda, give them a shout, drop them an email, and make your way here and have a fabulous stay in Somkhanda Community Reserve in northern Zululand. And we're off on to our next destination. Cheers, everyone.
Somkhanda's a great place for kids, and I think everybody should come here.